Right, this all. Let me know when you good. Give you a second. Try turning the Wi-Fi on.
It's been bad service out here lately.
All right, we're going to start up.
Go
Keep trying to get it, brother.
Go.
All right, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, HaKadosh.
All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And as always, we giving a special peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, we out here another week to teach our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect of you, all right, to teaching you the words of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, and to let you know that you need to repent before it's too late, because the Most High is getting ready to come back and destroy this kingdom. Is St. Patrick's Day, all right? You're gonna see a lot of Edomites out here, a lot of spirits, okay? A lot of drunk demons. So through the Spirit of the Lord, you know, we're gonna keep it spiritual, and the main objective is to get the word to the elect as usual, all right? So any brother got Jeremiah what I wanted? I want, give me 50 first.
I got it.
Yeah, then you have to set up so I can just hear about that.
Okay.
So let's go.
Jeremiah 50.
6, I think. No, 9. Do something, man.
Right.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an symbol of great nations from the north country.
Yep.
And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
And that's what you're starting to see right now in the news. You're seeing wars and rumors of wars. The Lord said we would see these things first, but the end is not yet.
Right.
These are the beginning of sorrows. But eventually what you're going to see is these things ramp up. They're going to escalate, and eventually it's going to lead to what we know as Armageddon, the third woe, the third world's war.
Right.
And that's what a lot of these people are afraid of. I've been saying this through the Spirit week by week. A lot of these Babylonians, they live in a fairy tale mindset.
Yep.
You know, in their minds, they make themselves believe that everything is okay.
Yep.
But a lot of these Edomites are watching the news every day. They're paying attention. They're nervous.
Yeah.
And then they see the prophets out there. It really makes them nervous. So now they can feel their kingdom slipping.
Yep.
Okay?
Well, that's what Babylon's built off, lies and comfort.
That's right. That's right.
You know, they got their sports, the bread and circus. This is why they go so hard for St. Patrick's Day and, you know, these pagan holidays, because it keeps them in la-la land. And then you got the media, which media goes back to the Greek goddess of illusion, so it keeps them feeling good. And then they watch, you know, Charmed and Smallville. That's what it is. America keeps you out of reality. Everywhere outside of America, there's issues, there's problems, you know, there's famines, there's destruction, but for some reason, in a small town in upstate New York, everything's okay. But that's why the Bible calls it the careless city. These people walk around careless, but prophecy tells you you're going to have to be careful, you know?
And you even have a lot of these newscasters now, they're starting to put out there on the mainstream media about the eventual collapse of the dollar. They're putting that term World War III out there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So the people that are at least somewhat paying attention can get conditioned, but most of these people are still going to be asleep until that destruction comes.
Well, that's why everyone's talking about Putin now. It's no more talking about, you know, what we know. All of a sudden that went away, you know, but now it's all eyes on Putin.
Right.
And that shows you the problem with Americans. What do you have an opinion about another man in his own country? But let another country be talking about what you do to blacks, Hispanics, or Native Americans. You know what I mean? No one talks about that, but you have the mind to talk about another world leader in his country. You know? That's the problem with America.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh.
Right, and Chaldea was known for its witchcraft.
Yep.
All right, and that's what you see in this landmass right here, a bunch of witchcraft.
Yep.
These people are really under a spell.
Yep.
They under a spell right now, especially when it comes to these pagan holidays.
Yep.
They under a spell. The first thing they think about when they wake up in the morning, today specifically, is where's my green shirt?
Yep.
What bar are we going to? Call Chad.
Yep.
They under a spell as soon as they wake up.
Gross darkness.
You got a bunch of obese people walking around, smoking cigarettes with masks on.
Yep.
Just living in La La Land, man.
Well, what proves that Esau controls the narrative is what the brother, well, he's trying to control the narrative, is what the brother just said. 2 months ago, everything was about the jab and, you know what. And now Esau switched the narrative to war. And now people, they feel like they ain't got to wear their face diapers no more.
Yep.
And now everybody's on social media hashtagging pray for you.
Yep.
Everybody forgot about 2-3 months ago when you was mandated to get that juice in your arm.
Yep.
And making fun of gas prices.
Right. Go ahead.
It say, because you are glad, because you rejoice, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because you are grown fat as the heifer at grass,
Bro, that's
and
America.
bellows as bulls.
That's America. America's culture is like it says in Psalm 73. They laugh at oppression. That's what America's built off. It's built off laughing at the rape, rob, and murder of God's people. See, that's what America don't realize is, because America's set up for you to be a heathen. America's set up for you to be a Gentile. But what you don't understand is you put in captivity the Lord's people. You make fun of it. You do the blackface. You know, you got your Aunt Jemimas. You know, they just changed the Washington Redskins to the National Football Team.
Well, it's the Commanders now.
Right, now it's the Commanders, which showing you, see, the only way you can have mirth is oppressing the Lord's people.
Yeah.
You know? And then they've grown fat as heifers. That's your fast food. The standard American diet, the acronym spells out SAD.
Yep.
SAD. That's what your food is. SAD. Standard American diet is SAD. And you fill yourselves with that.
Well, that's why the scriptures say this is the rejoicing city that dwell carelessly.
Right.
Because, like the brother said, going into the diet alone, you know, the foods, it's poisoning.
Yep.
Living in abundance.
What says we will eat defiled bread amongst the Gentiles.
Yep.
These are the Gentiles. But the problem is now we are no longer Gentiles. We now are identifying ourselves as our true heritage.
Yep.
While the rest of these people are defining themselves as pronouns and verbs and shit, you know?
Yep.
This proves we're at the end. America is looking bad. America is bad, okay? Now we're at the end of an age. We're at the end of an era, and look at your average American. You know, look at your average American male. I'll say that. You got women tougher than men, you know? Going back to the food, the estrogen, you know, the soy, you know?
It say, your mother shall be sore confounded.
Right, Britain.
Great Britain,
Yep.
yeah, because America came out of Great Britain. Go ahead.
She that bear you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost parts of the nations shall be a wilderness, in a dry land, in the desert.
Woo!
Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate.
Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. That's talking about Babylon.
Which is America.
All right, which is America, which ultimately means what? Babal, which means confusion.
Yep.
Read that scripture again.
Right there.
Jeremiah 50:13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate.
It shall too.
Everyone that goes by Babylon shall be astonished at her place.
It says it shall be wholly desolate, and it also tells us in the book of Isaiah that those desert-like creatures are going to lie there. All right. So the only thing that can do that is a thermonuclear missile, pursuant to the Bible, intercontinental ballistic missile that can go from one continent to another.
Yep.
Because when those missiles come out of those silos, the scriptures describe them as arrows.
Yep.
So they go into the outer space and then they enter back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Yep.
And the scriptures say what? They shall enter into the windows as a thief.
Yep.
So that's how this place is going to be taken down.
And what proves that when the Bible talks about arrows being the nukes, when you have a missing nuke, they call it a broken arrow.
Yep.
They had the movie with John Travolta and Christian Slater, Broken Arrow.
Yep.
And it was a U.S. Military man who stole nukes. You see? So that's what's coming. That's what's prophesied. You know? Arrows to hit this place. And what they say in 300, we shall fight in the shade.
Yeah.
That's what these people going to have to do. Which the day of the Lord is going to be shade. It's going to be darkness and not light.
Darkness and gloomy.
You
Somebody
know?
get Zephaniah the 1st chapter.
And that's what people are some people are worried about, man, because they're saying that if Putin's regime collapses, that's going to leave a window where people can smuggle nukes out of Russia, man.
Right.
And use them.
This is Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
And that's contrary to what they tell you in these churches and other people who claim they worship the Most High. There was a famous church song that said, "Oh happy day when Jesus walks." That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says the day of the Lord cometh cruel,
Right.
with wrath and fierce anger,
Right.
to lay the land desolate.
Yep.
So the day of the Lord is not going to be a happy day for these people. All right, and that's why they despise this doctrine. All right, because this doctrine only includes what? The elected nation of Israel on this side. Even our own people is going to suffer the wrath of the Lord. 2/3 of our people going to suffer the wrath.
Right.
Go ahead.
It reads, it says, the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger,
Yep.
to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. All right, you Israelites, during the time of Noah and during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, there was too much wickedness going on.
Their hearts were evil continually.
Yeah, every day. It says it vexed Lot with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Right. Well, that's what it's set up to be. America is set up for you to be a sinner.
Yeah.
It's set up for you to be wicked. You know, it's set up to do thou will.
Do as thou wilt. What's his name?
Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
Which America in the Bible is referred to as Satan's seat.
Yeah.
You can see it. You know, you can't even go get coffee without the damn tag being an idol. You know,
Right.
This whole place is it's an idol.
Right.
You know.
Go ahead. Continue on in that.
Jeremiah 50 and 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
Most people don't want to do that though. Most people don't want to turn their back on Babylon, which proves Babylon is a god. Babylon is an idol. Babylon has now become your god. That's why it says, "Woe to you that go to Egypt for help."
Yep.
You know.
Trust in it.
Yep. Yep. We use this place. We don't abuse it. You know. We all want to be out of here. We just had the Passover last night. You know. X amount of years ago, we left Egypt. But right now, we still got to be here to be delivered. But you Jakes, there's no reason for you to be here. You call yourself African American, go back to Africa. You know, I've been meditating upon that. Why are black people still in white America? Take your ass back to Africa then. If you're African and you Egyptian queens, take your ass to Egypt.
Right.
Why are you here in America? Because you like the glitz, the glam, and ultimately you're locked here in the spirit.
Yep. Yeah, the curses.
The curses got you locked here. Yo, anytime you deal with some dumbass Pan-African, tell that, what's the area code to Africa? And take your ass back there then. You see?
Yep.
You got it, bro.
It say, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that shoot the bow, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her.
Shoot at her.
And now these nations, they can bend the bow because of Esau's blessing. Isaac blessed Esau with the blessing of the sword, which the sword represents destruction.
Yep.
So now all these nations, they are fit for battle too. So there ain't gonna be a three-peat for America, okay?
No, they have nuclear capabilities.
Exactly.
It say, spare no arrows,
Right.
for she have sinned against the Lord.
So the Most High is going to basically what? Allow these nations to empty their clip.
Right.
Let the weak say I am strong. These different nations have nuclear capabilities now, so now they can basically protect themselves, if you will.
Right. They got ammo to fight against Debo too.
Yeah, because Babylon is known as the hammer of the earth.
Right.
So but basically what's going to happen is the hammer of the earth is going to get jumped by the rest of the toolbox.
There you go.
You know?
Yep. When you look at a Pentagon from an aerial view, it actually looks like a ball-peen hammer.
Yep.
You know, it's got the I think it's like 5 or 6 sides. It's just like the head of a hammer. You know.
Go ahead.
It say, shout against her round about. She have given her hand. Her foundations are falling.
Uh-huh.
Her walls are thrown down.
Well, look at Biden. Biden is the king,
He's a representation of America.
right? And it's fallen. He fell up the what was it, the Air Force One? Remember about a year ago or two?
He got off. I seen a video. He got off the plane the other day, and or a helicopter, whatever it was, and the Secret Service member had to point to him where to go.
Damn.
He still
Yeah.
went the wrong way.
There's lots
Damn.
of videos like that, man.
Through.
And I did a
Who is
video
that?
on that. I said the king of Babylon is the actual representation of
These people.
of this place because
Right.
it's fallen.
Right.
And then I was watching like a video of him yesterday, and he was like, the first lady husband is sick.
Yeah.
But nigga, that's you.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's you.
But but they keep saying
He's talking about
Kamala.
somebody else though, right?
They keep talking about Kamala being. They kept mixing their words, but they're subconsciously telling you Kamala's gonna be the new president.
Con.
You know. So they got something planned, which that ain't even the real Biden.
Nah.
You know. Which is
Smokescreen.
it's a smoke screen. It's a psyop.
Hold
You
on,
know?
you got something real quick, Yash?
Yeah,
Bring
this
it
is
out.
Isaiah 47:8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures,
And that's what we was talking about. How this society is given to pleasures. Go ahead.
that dwellest carelessly,
Yep.
that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Yeah, big bad Babylon the Great, and even these citizens have the same spirit.
Yep.
Like they can never be taken down.
Right.
When you look at the history, when you read about the 4 kingdoms in the book of Daniel, you had the Babylonians, you had the Medo-Persian Empire,
Syrians.
you had the Greeks, and you had the Romans. And now we're an extension of the Roman Empire. But you better believe when those different kingdoms was in power, they didn't think they were gonna go down. Pharaoh didn't think he was gonna go down.
Yeah, I'm about to say even Egypt. When you
You
go
know?
to Egypt, he thought it was on.
So that's the spirit of this place. Well, we'll just you ask a average American, we'll just bomb them.
We'll just nuke them.
Yep. But like you said earlier, let somebody come over here and do that. They're the biggest terrorists in the world.
Right.
But you can go over there and nuke somebody in a school bus and kill children
Yep.
and do all types of wicked shit.
Yep.
Hypocrites.
Yep. Well, they got Roman numerals. Look what the Romans did to the known world. The Romans was nailing us as babies, to the floor. Look at the Greek Empire. What were the Greeks doing? But then you talk about Russia with Ukraine. You are the Romans.
Facts.
You're the Romans, bro.
Yep.
We're in the modern Roman Empire. Do you know what the Romans did? The Greeks Hellenized the Jews. That's why we see, that's the spirit. That's why we identify ourselves as black and Latino, because we're the Israelites.
Right.
It was the Greeks that Hellenized us. The Greeks are in rulership now. So how can you talk about the Russians? You gotta check the mote in your own eye. And that's a problem with America. They never handle the issues with home first.
Well, it says neither keep it at home. It says that in Habakkuk.
Exactly.
Nigga, I'm gonna let you finish that, Yash. This nigga got military garrisons all over the world, man.
284 embassies.
In all types of people land.
Yep.
He ain't never minding his own fucking business.
Right.
Well, hey, they were saying that, what do they do? They gave Ukraine, like, what was it?
800.
$13.6 billion.
Yeah.
They just did another one, 800 million.
And they were saying that if they took that money, they could subsidize the gas prices, man. But they don't want that. They want
You
you
got
to sit
homeless
here and
people on the
suffer,
beach
man.
in California.
Right.
Exactly.
Intense.
Well, look at the average city in Niagara Falls, man. But Americans will,
everywhere.
right? They'll travel across the country to come to Niagara Falls for the water, but take your ass 3 blocks down and it's garbage, filth, disgusting. Look at America today. How can you be proud to be American and look at your average city? But see, your suburbs is about to experience that too.
Right.
Your suburbs is about to go through that same issue of a ghetto.
Go ahead, finish that.
Wait for this train to go by.
Yeah.
I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
That's a proud statement. I ain't gonna be a widow.
But the Lord said that these 2 things shall ye experience: the loss of children, widowhood.
Yep. Yep.
And the scriptures say to bewail your children.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
But these 2 things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day: the loss of
that's
children
lost, yep.
and widowhood.
Yep.
They shall come upon thee in their perfection.
And why they gonna come upon you in their perfection? Because it's coming from the Most High.
Right.
Everything the Most High does is perfect. The plagues that He's gonna send is perfect. The famine that He's gonna send is perfect. The famines are gonna hit who they're supposed to hit. It's gonna hit individuals who's supposed to starve. You know, everything's gonna come in its perfection. Go ahead.
For the multitude of thy sorceries,
Yep.
and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
But these people, like I said earlier, they're under a spell, so they don't even realize the enchantments and the sorceries that's around them.
Right.
It's on a lot of like the brother said. He went to Starbucks. You got an idol on that. You know.
Queen of Heaven.
Yeah. What's that? What's the hospital symbol with the snake and the staff?
the staff of Asclepius,
Yeah.
which was a
Asclepius.
damn.
Yeah, that's witchcraft
Sorcery.
right there. But you'll get in the back of an ambulance in a minute. And really, Apostle Tahar said this years ago, man. Brothers shouldn't. Hospitals are only for trauma, man. That's what they're good for. If you get stabbed or you get shot, you don't go to the hospital because you got a fucking headache.
Right.
That's where the herbs and stuff come in. That's Apostle Tahar said that years ago, man. Hospitals are for trauma, man. You know,
That's that spell, though.
that's that. Yeah,
You know, it's an
That's
idol.
it, man.
Anything wrong with you, go to the hospital. Esau's a physician of no
Yeah.
value.
So brothers that's why we gotta know certain things about the herbs, certain prayers, you know?
Yeah. Having a good diet.
Yeah, man.
You had mentioned
Hey,
about
prevention, man. That's the best way.
Right.
And you gotta pray too.
Pray. That's the first thing you gotta do. Because if you take herbs, you can't trust in the herb.
Nope.
The Lord makes the herb work.
Right.
So you gotta pray to the Most High. Your Lord, make these herbs work, Baba Shah.
Yep. You had mentioned about the Most High being perfect.
Yeah.
Real quick, this is Psalms 18 and 30. As for the Most High, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. So going back to brother, you know, he said that Most High is perfect. Well, these people don't understand that. In all ways, the Most High is perfect and righteous. Just like what the Lord's about to do, according to prophecy, is going to be righteous and perfect.
Yep.
When you look at this place, it has to go down. When you look at the average person, they know it too. You're a slave. You work all day, you pay bills all night, and then you stress in your free time.
Subject to payments.
Right. This place has to go down. It's bad for business. America is actually bad for the earth. You know,
yeah.
But you people living here, you don't want to admit that because you have nowhere else to go. That's what happens when you trust in wickedness. Now you have nowhere else to go. Well, so you got to go down with the ship. You got to go down with this place, you know?
And the reason why we're in the spirit that we're in is because the Most High took our minds out of this place. You know, we were once into this shit too.
Hell yeah.
You know, but the Lord said, look, I'm about to send my son, so I'm gonna give you this. So, all right, I'm gonna take you out of the world, and I'm gonna give you this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I'm gonna need you to go out there and exalt me and my son.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
rather they hear, rather they forbear. So now we on this side of the fence,
Right.
waiting for this place to burn.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, go back to that.
I got some. I think you got
Well, you had one more verse in there.
Don't you got some?
Yeah, I got.
You got something.
Yeah. Verse 10. Isaiah 47 and 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me.
Thou hast said, none seeth me. But the Most High made you a vessel to dishonor, and he made you the wicked. So he of course he sees you. But the scriptures say the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. So Esau really believes that the Most High don't see him doing this wickedness.
Well, hey, just a couple of weeks ago, right? We were conspiracy theorists for saying there was biolabs in Ukraine, but a government official just let it out recently. So, you know, they do all those things in secret. Like when U.S. military was over there in Iraq, they were taking depleted uranium, okay, which is basically waste from nuclear warheads, and they're blowing it off near schools and hospitals. Okay, so but when Russia goes into some country,
His
it's
own
the biggest
country,
thing.
right.
Everybody shuts them off.
Right. Which Ukraine was a part of the USSR early on to begin with. You know, right. It was part of the Soviet Union.
Got one. Yeah, go ahead, Craig.
This the book of 2nd Ezra 16, starting at 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child come forth, they slack not a moment.
And that's what we're getting ready to see. We getting ready to see those birth pains, man. A lot of people are gonna. We said every week, starving. All right. They said that the war in Russia and Ukraine is causing a lot of food shortages. Yep. Okay? And that's why I did a video on that too. I said I believe the Lord is using that war to spark the beginning of sorrows. Because a lot, you know, brothers seen that and they thought the missiles was gonna fly. No, man, these are the beginning of sorrows. Because I believe Ukraine is top 5 in wheat exports. And everything in America got fucking wheat in it. You know?
Well, America's an import-export country.
America's 11.
Well, hey, with
Right.
Ukraine is geographically important because it's kind of like the border between the east and the west. It's like the border between Russia and Europe, man.
Verse 39. Even so, shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Yeah, these people are gonna mourn.
Yep.
Because they trust in this place. You only mourn for something you love or care about.
Yep.
See, we don't care or love this place, but you people do. And that's why it says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. And the judgment's gonna be so much that even heathens in other countries are gonna mourn for America. They're gonna mourn that our prison system is finally broken down. They're gonna mourn because we're finally free. See, and that's another thing too. People say, oh, I wanted to go back to normal. Well, normal for you is us being shot, us being killed and murdered. That's what America gives us. And then they say, oh, well, Black Lives Matter. What, because you put a billboard in your lawn?
Right.
You see? You caused this. You're the problem.
You're the cancer.
You're the cancer of the earth.
Yep.
It's in a microwave.
And
You know?
I'm gonna say this real quick. The Most High made the earth a paradise.
Right.
And Esau is the cancer of the earth.
Right.
He made this place a concrete jungle.
Right. Literally.
You know? Go ahead, Karatazar.
Back in 2nd Ezra 16, verse 4. Oh, my people, hear my word.
Words, and we're supposed to make you ready back. That's why you see us out here prophesying in sackcloth week in and week out. That's why you see us doing videos all week long. We're giving you the warning. We're blowing the trumpet, letting you know what the sword is coming. But only the elect is going to receive it. And that's the beauty about the understanding. You know, that's the beauty of it, man. Our main job is to seal the elect and prophesy what? Against the great whore, man. Go ahead.
I got another precept.
I got a quick one, Baba Kasha. You're talking about the earth. This is Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
So there's a reward. At the end of the day, there's a reward. And I like to say that a lot too. This work that we're doing is not gonna go in vain, man. All the cold winters, you know, all the long camps, you know, all the dealing with demons coming up to the camp, you know, dealing with righteous things for the Most High. None of that's in vain, man. There's a reward. The Apostle Paul spoke about it.
And in Hebrews, when they say Hebrews 11 and 6, they say you gotta have.
Without faith, it is
it's
impossible to please him.
And you gotta believe.
A rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Yeah, you gotta believe in that reward. That's what we're doing this for.
Fucking right.
I was telling my friend that because I asked him, he was talking about some other shit, like some other person. I said, well, what you gonna get in the end? He didn't know. I'm like, you're supposed to know. I said, when you go to get a job, when you fill out the application and you do the interview, once you get the job, what they do? They tell you how much you're gonna get paid, they tell you the benefit, they tell you what you're gonna get.
That's your reward.
You're supposed to know what the fuck you're gonna get.
Yep.
So you don't know nothing then.
Yep.
If you don't know what you're gonna get.
And the scriptures say the things that are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So what are we looking for? A new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Right.
This is not the end all be all, man.
No.
We don't live in a YOLO spirit.
Nope.
YOLO, might as well do it, nigga. Nah, man. Nah, this ain't it for us, man. Lord willing.
But America is set up to destroy you. Look at your average middle-aged American. What do you have to show for it? You've worked all your life. You've done everything that America tells you to do. What do you have to show for it?
Nothing.
You're an average middle-aged man and woman. You're overweight. You're sore. You're stressed. So how the hell can we look like the bad guys when we're telling you a better future?
Right.
We're ushering in something perfect. All this place is a mistake. It's wicked and it's corrupt. The dollar's corrupt. The government's corrupt. The police is corrupt. There's no moral values. You have no manners. You have no social skills. What has America gave you? Nothing. Nothing.
Damn thing. Go ahead, Gabar.
This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 14. And if ye suffer for righteousness' sake.
And that's what we do. We suffer, man. But we suffer for the Lord. We suffer for righteousness' sake, you know? Hey, you got women that approach us, but they got a man. So we blessed is a man that endured temptation. You see? But you people fall victim to that. America sets you up for a failure.
Well, in this society, you more cool if you pop a nigga bitch.
What?
I fucked it.
Right.
They rap about it.
Right.
That's a snare of death, man.
Yep.
You ain't supposed to be doing. Stay the fuck away from that shit, man.
Yep.
Cause Satan will work on these hoes, man.
Yeah.
A bitch will approach you and have a man and be content with trying to get.
Yeah.
She be trying to snatch your fucking soul, man. Stay away from these women with men, man.
It ain't worth it. It says a man that committed adultery has no understanding. We have understanding now. All right, and it wasn't the school system. It was nothing that Esau's curriculum gave us.
Spirit.
It's the spirit. No theologian school, okay? No vocabalism, all right? It was the Holy Spirit. Just like after Passover, 50 days later in Pentecost, what? The Holy Spirit came. And that's what you're witnessing now. And that's why it says great fear fell upon them. Because now we're standing up. You see? People don't look at us when we sag our pants. People don't look at us when we're rapping and dunking a stupid ass ball. But when we open the Bible and stand on the street, that's when you look.
Yep.
That's when you want to sit in awe. Because it shows you subconsciously you think we're supposed to be at the bottom. But that's your position.
That's right.
That's your position. We're in a new day and a new era.
The elder shall serve the younger.
Exactly.
No, you got to finish that.
Happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled, but sanctify the Lord Yahweh in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you.
A reason of the hope that is in you. So that's saying what? If somebody come up and asks about this our faith, we're gonna, whatever questions you have, we're gonna ask according to what the Bible says. And these people, they hate that. We've had camps where somebody asks a question, you go into, no, I want to hear what you gotta say. I want to hear what you, I want to hear you. No, man, no. The heart is deceitful above all things. My opinion don't mean shit.
Exactly.
What Yahweh Shem Yahushai said means everything.
Right.
Yeah, it say let every man be a liar, but
The Most High true, but
true,
every man a liar.
every man a
Yeah.
liar.
Yeah. But now we're becoming, mini Yahweh Shemel Shais, because now our opinion, which the word opinion means belief, now everything that we say is filtered through the scriptures.
It's through the spirit anyway.
Yeah. So, but we respectfully go to the source.
Yep.
But we could answer it without reading the scripture, but
we quote it.
We quote it.
Yeah.
But see, they don't understand that because men love darkness rather than light.
Yeah.
So when we open this up, because it says, if you don't speak according to this word, there's no light in you. So when you open this up, it's like Moses coming down from Mount Sinai.
Yeah.
They want to put a veil back over. But through Yahweh Shai, that veil has been rent.
Like the wicked forsake his
Got more.
thoughts.
With meekness and fear, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you, as of evildoers, they may be ashamed.
Hey, well, let me say this. Don't let these mere mortals trouble your mind, man.
For real.
These are these are mere mortals, man. Okay? These people are geared and controlled by Satan. Don't let what they got, don't let their barren false witness overthrow your mind, man.
Don't let their incredulity
Trouble you.
What the Lord
Exactly.
said. The Lord said, "Be not afraid of their looks,
Yep.
nor of or their words."
Yep.
And that's the thing. See, when you come out here amongst the people, you can't really worry. You can't worry about how people look at you. You can't worry about what they mumbling about you. We dealing with the spirit of life.
Right.
They don't have this. And I said that a few weeks ago. I don't want to be on that side of the fence.
Nope.
Go ahead.
That is in you with meekness and fear, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you,
Well, let me say that. It said having a good conscience. America don't teach you to have a good conscience. The average American is triggered by certain keywords. They got all types of mental issues and mental health problems. You know, the average American can't even handle an 8-hour shift.
Yep.
You know, see what the Lord is doing to us. He's building us up to be men. Okay, America don't teach you to be a man. All right, teach you to be a mo. You know, then the average American woman is more masculine than a man. But look what the truth is doing. You know, that's why it says Yahushua was an austere man. You know, look at the average American man, bro. They got a man buns. What the hell is that, bro? A man bun. Tighter shorts than their woman they're walking with. This place is a laughing stock. You know, you got it, man.
That whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Yahushua.
Yep, it said falsely accused. You know there's a law when you falsely accuse someone, what you accuse us of will befall you. And a great example is Polite. Polite falsely accused our elders and apostles, and years later, look what happened. Look what happened. Can you get that credit out, Deuteronomy 19? There's actually a law when you falsely accuse someone, and what it turns out to be false, what you accuse them of befalls you. So just like Polite, when he came up with his stupid ass rhetoric and trying to accuse the apostles, his ass got charged with that years later.
You say, reap what you sow.
Exactly. You got it, brother?
19 and
Yep.
verse
16.
16 through what? Yep.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 19 and verse 16. If a false witness rise up against any man,
Right, you're this, you're that,
y'all.
you know?
Why y'all care? Don't
Keep going.
Let's start from the top.
Deuteronomy 19:16.
That's the spirits rising up.
Yep.
Because that's all that is here. All right, it's a satanic vibration. You people embrace Satan. Well, wait till the Lord sends Satan on you. All right, go lay on the Ouija board then. Go walk around with your pentagram then.
Yep.
When the King of Terrors jumps on your ass.
Right.
That's the problem with America and their pride, man. Okay, that's the problem with America and its pride. And the Bible prophesies, "Oh, Edom, the most proud."
Yep.
And pride goeth before destruction. And that's all what's coming for you, okay? Not a check, not a stimulus, not a birthday, not Christmas, judgment. Keep going.
Deuteronomy 19:16. If a false witness rise up against any man,
Yeah, you could do that now. You could call the cops on someone. You know, you got the Me Too movement, you know? Oh, he said it's a time to kill. Remember that, Marar?
Yeah.
We was reading out the Bible. He said it's a time to kill. And police came up.
Well, hey, man, these people, they'll dig up shit that you posted on Twitter a fucking decade ago and
Yep.
use it against you, get you
Yep.
fired.
Yep.
Cancel them, slam them.
Yep. Of
Yep.
cancel culture, yep.
and it goes on to say, to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall you do unto him as he has thought to have done unto his brother.
Boom. So vocab got major judgment coming. All right. Your average so-called Christian, which you're a liar. All right. You don't believe in the Bible. You don't believe in God. Because as soon as we open it, you say, not my Jesus. Well, your Jesus is Satan anyways. You see? So all these false accusers, like the brother was reading, all right, they got great judgment. So don't let that trouble you.
That's right.
All right. It says, take it cheerfully. What's that scripture? You know?
For it is better,
Yeah.
for it is better if the will of Yahweh be so that ye suffer for well doing than for evil doing.
There you go. So it's better for us to suffer for righteousness than being a stupid ass trap boy in the hood, you know, running and ducking and dodging. Niggas get off on that because they got demons on them. But see, we suffer here for righteousness' sake, okay? Because we're being purged. We're being built up. We're becoming new creatures, all right? You got it.
It's the book of Revelations,
Give me
chapter 18,
34.
verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel coming down from heaven, having great power. And the earth was lighted with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. It is fallen and become the habitation of devils and the whole of every foul spirit
Somebody get that in Isaiah
in the
where it speaks
cage
about the foul
of
spirit.
every unclean and hateful bird.
Right, Babylon is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils. All right, and it's become read that part again.
And has become he's become the habitation of devils and the hole of every foul spirit.
Got it.
Yep. In cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
All right, go ahead. Then we're going to go back.
This is the book of Isaiah 13 and verse 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there. And
Start up a verse, brother.
verse
Right, the context of the judgment.
the 19th the water. Isaiah 13:19. And Babylon.
You hear that, brothers? Judgment. That's judgment, man. Okay?
That means something bad,
Right.
automatically.
Yep.
And you hear that on the daily.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 13:19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency.
So you see how the dots connect in Isaiah, where you at, 13?
19.
In Revelation, so it's speaking about the same Babylon. Go ahead.
And it says, the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited.
It shall never be inhabited. So that's not talking about ancient Babylon, because ancient Babylon is Iraq today, where you still have people dwelling. So this is a future prophecy. This is talking about this place,
right.
This Babylon, this land of confusion.
Right.
Go ahead.
And it says, neither shall be dwelt in it from generation to generation.
Yep.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there.
Yeah, no more Ishmaelites coming over.
Well, look, the brothers just tried to go into an Ishmaelite tent and get quarters, and he told them no.
See?
Just so we could part.
Yeah.
Just little shit like that, man.
Yeah, look how
These
the heathens.
heathens.
Yep. Look how the heathens act when they come over here. You know? It's bad enough that it's Esau and Jake here, but now being that melting pot, you have other heathens that come here and act like Edomites.
Remember they tried to sell you a napkin?
Yeah, I asked for a napkin one winter. It was cold. He said 10 cents or a paper towel.
Piece of shit.
The Lord's gonna remember all that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's right.
And it says, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there.
Go ahead.
And it says, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the earth shall lie there, and the houses shall be full of doleful creatures.
Hey, that's beautiful because these people are beasts anyways. Brute beasts. You know, orgies, all the shit that they do. You know, mixing partners, sleeping together, man and man, boy, and you know,
Swapping wives.
Right.
Esau does that. type of
swingers.
shit.
So it's beautiful that it's beautiful that the Lord's going to send beasts here because to represent you people, representing the character that you embody. You embody a beast-like state. Then they call Jacob beast. You know, what was Marshawn Lynch? Beast mode.
Beast mode.
You know? So it's beautiful that the Lord's going to send unclean animals because that's what you are. An unclean beast. Oh, they say they come from monkeys. You know? Oh, but then they call us monkeys. Isn't that a compliment according to your doctrine? Right? Yeah. That's a compliment calling us monkeys because you claim we come from them. Esau don't know what the hell he's doing, man. He don't know what he's doing.
He's saying shit.
Right. Then he tells us to go back where you brought us here. And when we go back, you coming with us in slavery.
Right.
You know?
They don't even know what's in the center of the earth. They
Right.
just found out that there's some super ions.
Yeah, see?
What was a super ion?
Right.
Come on.
You got it.
And it goes on to say, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
And that's the fulfillment of Revelation. Those are the different type of fowls and birds that's gonna be here after the destruction.
Beautiful.
You know?
And it goes, verse 22 goes on to say, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her day shall not be prolonged.
And her days shall not be prolonged. The scripture says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yep.
I got something. And the Lord said the day shall be shortened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. For the elect's
For the
sake.
elect's
Yep.
sake.
The kingdom's prepared for you and watch.
That's why time is moving so fast.
Yep. It's flying like a bird.
Go ahead, Mariah. Go ahead.
This is Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is near. It is near and hasted greatly.
Fine, that's Salakia, because I called for that earlier. Go ahead.
And even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Right, go ahead.
That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress.
A day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress. That's the day of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Go ahead.
It says a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess.
And like the brother said, what's the first thing that they will say if you describe the day of the Lord as that, well, not my God,
Yep.
you know? Well, we're reading it clearly out the scriptures, man.
Right.
Tells you how the Most High is going to send His Son. We
Well,
read it. We read it earlier in Isaiah, in the 13th chapter.
Right.
Cruel with wrath and fierce anger.
Right. Well, that proves that Esau's deceived them. Not my God, not my Jesus. Well, that's because you're deceived.
Yeah.
You know, because, hey, I speak as a man, but I'm sure you brothers had the same experience. When we found this truth, it was like, that's in the Bible?
Yeah.
Then you open it and it's verbatim. So it's right here, right in the good book. You know, the truth hidden in plain sight. That's the problem with this place. It's you've been deceived. You've been supplanted. You've been beguiled by the serpent all over again. You know?
Well, you go into a lot of our people's houses, they got the Bible open, the Psalms, but it's dusty.
Yep.
They ain't reading.
Yep.
You know? Your mom had that shit open on the living room table.
Yep.
And when she dusts the table, she got to clean the Bible off
You
too.
know what's crazy though? But cause usually, like when I was growing up, everybody had a Bible in their house.
Yeah.
But like now, it's not no more.
Oh,
Like,
remember they used to have it in the hotels too.
oh yeah.
They took them out.
Yep,
They
I
took
remember
them out.
that. Yep, in the
And
drawers.
if it is, when it's a Gideon, it's bullshit.
But shit, you gotta have something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta-
Esau's, well, he took, remember, some people could remember when you used to pray in school.
Like
Yeah.
New Testament
You know?
joint.
Well, that's why Yahweh Shai said when he comes, shall he find faith on the
Faith on
earth.
the earth.
And you know what? Through the Spirit, he's gonna, through us, because the Lord gave us faith. See, you people been given faith by man. We've been given faith by the Spirit. It's a
right.
big difference. We rather ought to obey the Most High rather than men.
Yeah.
Okay? What this is spiritual.
Flesh and blood have not given it to us.
Well,
but
exactly.
the
It
Father.
tells us in John 17, Yahweh Shai said he gave this to us.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
And that's what this place deserves. Talking about, I'm not going to be a widow who is like me. You know? That's the spirit that America embodies on the average person. So wait till you see the wrath of who you know as God. All right? And he is a so-called black man. And his son. You know, breaking news. Did you know that the one you call Jesus is so-called black? Just like the people you murder, rape, rob, and look down upon? So wait till that day comes. That's why it says, no day like it.
Well, there was a comedian years back. I forgot his name. He made a joke about that. He said, "What if God came back and he was black?"
Yep.
I forgot what comedian it was.
Oh, you know what? There was actually a president that said that too. He said, "What if we see God and he's actually a black person?"
Yeah. Well, Yahweh Shai is gonna crack the clouds, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It says, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men that they walk like blind men.
So the Most High said he gonna bring distress upon men. After he mentioned clouds and thick darkness, desolation and gloominess. All right. See, we ain't out here to make people feel good, man.
Yeah, we ain't giving you smooth words.
That's another thing. People think that these scriptures are just supposed to make you feel good, and everything is about love. But the Bible even describes this book as a book of lamentation, mourning, and woe.
That's right.
In these terrible times that are coming, the Most High is orchestrating these things. He's the King of terrors. So we out here to let you know that the day of the Lord is going to be a very, very serious day, man.
It says, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people trust in money.
Yep. The American
You know?
dollar, though.
Yeah, they trust in it. Money is actually a god in this society.
Yep.
They kill for it.
Yep.
All right.
It's
They
an
believe.
idol.
Yeah, it's an idol. You know, especially amongst our people,
Thank you.
they'd kill you for that Federal Reserve note.
That
man.
greenback.
Yep.
And it don't even be for a lot of it either.
No.
It's some bullshit.
And it's not backed by gold, so it's absolutely nothing.
It's worthless.
It doesn't have any value.
It says, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Speedy riddance.
It said, devoured by the fire of his jealousy. Well, guess what? We're the Lord's bride. So the Lord is going to destroy this place so he can take his bride, man.
Marry.
You know?
The marriage.
Right.
Get them to the marriage.
Right. Because he refuses to let us go.
That's about to get there.
And what is it, the famous, let my people go?
Yep.
Hey, man, we try to rehearse the righteous act in this place. It's hard. It's hard to live by the laws in this place, you know? You
gotta work on the
That's
Sabbath.
exactly what I'm about to say.
And if you live with your woman and she on her rag, what you gonna do?
You could barely afford a 2-bedroom apartment, let alone another house to sleep in.
And that's really that's light. That's a light thing. You're supposed to be able to, your woman's unclean. She's supposed to be able to.
Yeah.
But you can't.
What you gonna do?
It's little things, man.
Right. And then and guess what? We can blame Esau for that.
Damn right.
We could blame Esau that we have an unbelieving wife. Why is our Israelite women unbelieving? Because of this place. You got damn so-called black women thinking they're a goddess. Because of Esau.
Yep.
But your ass in the ghetto too. With horsehair. But you a goddess though.
Hey,
Where?
Hey, what'd he say? Two forks and one spoon in the projects?
Right. So we could blame Esau for that, man. We could blame Esau for our Hellenization. Okay?
Well, yo, read that quote. Just real quick. You got that? Yeah. Read this quote, because this is what we said.
Yeah, this is a quote by John F. Kennedy. He said, "What if we go to heaven and we all our lives have treated the Negro as inferior, and God is there, and we look up and he is not white? What then is our response?" So John, he was in the spirit. So he was saying, what if the people who were oppressing, when we go to heaven, we find out that God looks just like him?
Well, before the Most High popped his muffin cap back blue,
Yep.
he allowed him to get that quote off so we can say it today.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I like about Shema.
Hey, and I remember years ago, that little white boy that died and
yeah.
said he went to heaven.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he like, man, he said God is a nigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said it was only niggers there.
Yeah.
He said the only white people that was there was playing basketball and entertaining.
Yo, and what's that movie, Green Pastures?
Yep.
I think it came out in the 30s or
Yep.
40s?
Yep. And they label it a comedy.
Yeah, that's a beautiful movie,
Yeah,
man.
that shit was fire.
That-
Yeah, that
I
shit was
need to
fire.
watch that. That's on YouTube.
Yep. I'd like to watch it again
You
too.
know?
This is from End Times headline. World War III alert. Former Russian foreign minister warns Russia intends to attack members of NATO.
Beautiful.
Posted that today.
Beautiful. And Russia, a lawmaker said that we want to take Alaska back and parts of California. So how about that?
Some hooks in the jaws,
Yep.
man.
And with the NATO situation, they said it's a possibility that a false flag can occur to
Good.
where they'll force this World War situation to get worse.
Good.
I got another one. It says Russia warns America we might have to put you in your place.
Good. Wadi Abashim outside.
Humble her ass.
Yep. Well, they need to be. They're too proud and they're weak. You can't even back it up. Got
Got a bunch of homos in your
Yeah, man. Hey,
military.
man. Hey, man.
Homos and women.
Yo, I seen on TikTok where they had this dude. Well, it was but it was in the military.
Pronoun.
And it was twerking on the car.
Oh my God.
And these are the people that's what they call it, the few and the proud.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
You know?
Be proud.
Now you know for a fact that over there in Putin's army, that shit don't exist. Because I always bring up the example of when the Olympics was over there. He said, "Don't come over here with that fruity shit."
Yep.
So you think he gonna have it in his military?
Well, Putin said the fact that you're trying to change genders, it should be a crime against humanity.
Yeah, I seen that.
And then they had another article where they said that
Being a spirit.
yeah, they said that Russia doesn't have diverse gender or race, so they're all men. They're all men and with the shit. But they think diversity is okay, but diversity weakens you. You know, when you have a diverse military, it actually weakens that military.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, brothers can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Moab moved like that too.
Yep.
They military.
Well, Moab took all Western culture out.
Yep.
They said ain't no more Johns, ain't no more Marys.
Right. That's just
You know,
that's good.
Ain't no more tight Levi jeans.
Yep.
Moab don't play a feminine.
Them
music
niggas
either.
threw forks out and picked up chopsticks. They not playing.
Yeah, they don't play that shit.
They not playing.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 3. For all nations have drunken of the wine of her fornication.
Now why though? Because of that dollar. Because of that US dollar. The only reason that you got Moabites here, Ishmaelites here, you know, your Saudi Arabias and so on is because of that US dollar. Under the administration of Nixon, he canceled gold and had the Saudi Arabias use the dollar for oil. military force and oil.
Well, Slock, and that's why you said that earlier. We mentioned that you said they were in the scriptures. It tell us they gonna weep and wail when they see the destruction of the great city. Why? It says because no man buyeth her merchandise anymore.
Right.
They're gonna be upset because they can't get rich.
Right.
You know.
Right. And then we gonna mess them up even more. You crying about us being free?
Right.
You gonna have to get it more, bro.
Yeah.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yep.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich
Boom.
through the abundance of her delicacies.
Boom. And that's why they're gonna wail.
Yep.
Hey, we got a store in the Falls. It's hometown, right? How long Sam had that store, man? 34. This dude is he's got to be a millionaire, man.
All their names are always Sam too.
And all he do is sell Newports, blunts,
Lucy's,
and Micah Nikes all day. You know. And when he pull up to the store, guess what? He's in a Benz. He in the rain. He in something.
Yep.
And guess where he lives at? Amongst Esau in the suburbs.
Yep.
He's been there for. I'm 30, almost 33 years old. As long as I can remember, he's been there. So when he got to pack it up, cause them arrows getting ready to shoot off, he going, gotta go.
It's gonna be grievous to him.
Yeah.
Because he's lived deliciously here. You know.
Because they really don't be wanting to go back home after they come over here.
Right.
No, cause that dollar, like the brother said. Go ahead.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people,
That's going into the salvation. Go ahead.
that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues."
That you receive not of her plagues. And that plague, that specific plague, is going into the last trump, which is the destruction.
Right.
So come out of her, my people, is really talking about the chariots, the deliverance.
Yep.
Salaki, no. Cause if you don't come out of her, then you gonna catch that plague.
Yep. It said, so you're not partakers of her sins, which proves Yahweh Shai is our Savior.
Yep.
You know, because we're not going to be judged for the sins that this world is going to be judged for. Because the ultimate sin that you're going to partake in is through the image and the mark. And that's what these people are going to be left here. Because you wanted to obey the image and ultimately bow down to that mark. You know, that's why the Lord is hardening us now. And we saying F this place.
And we know y'all gonna take the mark because of how quick you lined up for the juice.
Yep.
And a lot of you didn't even have to take the juice, man. You just was so damn scared and pussy.
Yep.
You know? You didn't even have to do it, man, but you still did it.
Now you got a house in Virginia.
Can I bring out a quick one?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Revelation 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, "Come up hither." And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
And their enemies beheld them. And it tells us in, I believe, Wisdom of Solomon, that they were amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. It goes into how they said we had them in derision. We counted their lives madness.
Yep.
You know, look at,
How is he numbered?
How is he numbered among the saints?
Yep.
The nigga that had the garment on with no edge up.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, man, because, we put the work in.
Yep.
And as I said, Lord willing, we're of that number, we're going to get the reward.
That's right. Then they had that movie, what is it? What if black people left Earth? You brothers remember that movie?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. They were.
Yeah.
What was it called?
It's like I forgot what it's called. But he's talking about.
It's something like "What if black people left Earth?" And it was a movie about a chariot coming, telling America we need all the black people. And then you had the CEOs of Newports and Timberland. They're like, "We're gonna lose everything." So they showed you that America would be nothing without Jake.
Because Jake is the biggest consumer.
Exactly.
Jake is the brokest, but they're the biggest consumer.
Yep.
That's why Moab, when you Salaki, brother, I know you want to get that.
No,
That's why not Moab, but Ishmael. When we go into these hood Ishmaelite stores, there's weaves on the fucking wall and champion hoodies and white tees and Nike ones. Who they catering to?
They don't got nothing for their own people.
Nothing.
You don't see
because we the #1 consumers.
You don't see Ishmael with a 5X on.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't see that shit, man. It's Jake.
It's Jake. So they know who to cater to.
The
so
cash
to speak.
cow.
Yeah.
We're the cash cow.
They know.
Yep.
Because Jake broke as hell, but one thing he gonna do is he gonna look good.
Yep.
That's how we are, man.
Spend some money.
You have more, bro?
I got another one.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it out.
This is Isaiah 26 and 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee."
That's the spiritual ark. Remember, Noah got shut in, bro.
Yep.
Noah got shut in.
There was nothing he can do.
Nothing. Hey, the Lord put it. We don't give a fuck about y'all, man.
No.
Excuse my language, but when that day comes, ain't no looking back.
warned y'all.
Ain't no looking back, bro. Because the Lord put us through so much chastisement here. We not saying wait. We ain't even trying to be here a second longer, man. A breath longer,
That's
a
gonna
blink
be the
longer.
biggest relief of your life,
Man,
It's gonna be the biggest relief of our lives.
we gonna
man.
please shut that door. You know?
I feel the heat.
Yeah.
Shut it.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what? That's part of the second Passover, the Lord hiding us.
That's right.
As he passed over these
Well, that's
wicked-ass
going
Egyptians.
as it says in the scriptures. That's going to be the new song.
Yep.
The Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of the
north.
It says, "It shall no more be said that the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of the Egypt, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from out of the land of the north and from all the countries round about."
Yep.
Because it's gonna be a world. Yeah, it's gonna be a. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
It's gonna be a worldwide deliverance. Let
Yeah.
them finish that and
Yeah.
then go to that.
All right.
Go ahead.
Read the ledger, it says the Lord punishes iniquity.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers,
Mm.
and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed."
Hide thyself. So the Lord's gonna hide us, man,
Yep.
until the indignation overpass.
Yep.
And guess what's gonna happen after that? New Jerusalem's gonna come down.
Right.
It's gonna come down, man.
So with all this destruction is also deliverance.
Right.
So power's coming.
Yep.
As the end is also the beginning.
Yep.
So we got so much to look forward to. So you should want this place to fall so we can rise.
Yep. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So we're ushering in a beginning. You know?
So we see Esau's kingdom falling.
Hell
That means
yeah.
it's a rising. The Most High's kingdom is about to rise.
A transition of
A
power.
transition of power.
And it won't be through deceit, injury, and inequity. It's going to be righteous.
Should be special.
Go ahead, Karatazar.
A little more.
Oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It says, "For behold, the Lord coming out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth."
And he's going to come like Wisdom of Solomon. It says, mighty man of war. He leaped down from heaven.
Yep.
He going to leap down, a lion out of his thicket.
Yep. That's right.
To punish the inhabitants of the earth
Yeah, punish.
for their iniquity.
Yep. And when our kingdom comes, that's gonna be a true manly kingdom. All right. Order is gonna be set. You women are gonna be in line, and we as men are gonna be in a righteous manner. And this place is gonna be ruled in a beautiful decadence, okay, of righteousness. That's why it says that people are gonna rejoice. So the same heathens that are gonna cry about this fall is gonna rejoice ultimately in our rulership.
You're gonna live better.
It's gonna be 1,000 years of orientation.
Yeah, the heathen are gonna live better. You know,
Yep.
under the nation of Israel, you're gonna live better, man.
Yep. And when we rule, we ain't gonna be bombing kids. We're gonna get the parents first, so the kids can learn, and then they grow up right. And then when their parents come back through them, they're gonna be right. You see?
And really, when you think about it, that's even mercy for the heathen, because the Lord said that Esau is the only nation that's promised no mercy.
Right.
So under our rulership, that's gonna be mercy for the heathen.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
because at least you're gonna be able to, get your little plot.
Yeah. Get your little rocks off.
But you gonna know who's who. You
Yep.
gonna know who's on top.
and you ain't gonna talk shit
You
either.
ain't gonna say shit.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, "The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain." I'll read it again. "The earth shall also disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain." That was it.
This is
You get that correct, Zach.
This Saint Jeremiah 23 and verse 7. "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt."
Which we just had Passover last night.
Yeah.
Reverencing the deliverance from Egypt while being in spiritual Egypt.
That's right.
How about that?
How about that?
Verse 8, and it says, "But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I had driven them."
So that means it's gonna be a worldwide deliverance, not just in the North Country, but a worldwide deliverance. Go ahead.
And it says, "And they shall dwell in their own land." That was it.
So the Most High is even gonna give us the land back. Really, Jerusalem is gonna be headquarters.
Yep.
Because we're gonna have not only the earth, but Yahweh Shai said, "In my Father's house are many mansions."
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So it's gonna be unlimited.
Yep.
unlimited righteousness. You know, and we're not gonna go off because the law, statutes, and commandments are gonna be what? Programmed inside you.
Right.
It's not even gonna be a thought to go off.
No.
Everything about us is gonna be righteous.
But we're practicing that now.
We're practicing now.
You know, it'll be the Sabbath. You know, you see a woman. Well, it's Esau's fault too. The way the women are dressed, but you'll look away or going back. She got a man. What you do? We don't need to wear fringes not to commit adultery.
Right.
We don't need to wear fringes not to eat pork.
You are the fringe.
Right. So exactly. So we're practicing it now. We're tasting of what's coming. And you know, it's funny. These Christians don't understand when the new covenant is put in us. That's declaring war on earth. When we get the new covenant in us, ain't gonna be no more Mo's. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no more Lisa Leslie's. Ain't gonna be no more adultery. Ain't gonna be no more wickedness. Ain't gonna be no more pronouns.
Any more Brittany Grinders?
Right. That shit's gonna cease to exist. Whores are gonna go extinct, bro.
Hey, well, I mentioned New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. Well, order is going to be restored.
Right.
And that's when these elites are going to be captured.
Yep.
Because they can run to their bunkers and do what they want to do. But when New Jerusalem comes down, you're going to be sought out.
Yep.
And as we always say, what? The first fruits of slavery.
Yep. So all the Edomite slaves in the kingdom are going to be descendants of the elites.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So-called royal, you know, so-called royal top breed Edomites.
So you're going to have a nation of Rothschilds.
Yep.
Roth children.
Red child.
Yep. Well, it said Cain was Roth.
Yep.
The Roth.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 18. And it shall come to pass that he that flees from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that comes out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare.
Right, because they're going to run to their bunkers, the mountain retreats. They even got space stations.
Yep.
They got underground cities.
Yep.
Underwater.
They got underwater.
Yep.
Because he knows what's coming.
Yep.
So that's why he's going to try to flee. But he's going to be sought out and taken.
Yep.
Captured.
Yep.
You got even one of the Kardashian bras.
Yeah, I saw
She
that.
seen that shit, and she had her bunk like, yeah, I'm ready. You know,
Yo,
shit,
Khloe
with
Kardashian, bitch
her
ass.
ass
Those
all
bitches
out.
are gatekeepers anyways.
Yeah.
You know?
Plastic Barbies.
Yep.
It say, for the windows from on high are open,
Yep.
and the foundations of the earth do shake.
Yeah, that's those atmosphere because the Lord put it on Russia's spirit where some of their missiles, their nukes, they generate more power the higher they go and come down. So when they hit the earth, the destruction is actually more depending on how high it goes up. You know, and didn't Russia come up with Satan too?
Yeah.
They got a Satan too.
And Satan one.
And then America's so base. Trump said, "Well, we got a super duper missile." This nigga said super duper.
Well, when Slovakia, when Putin first went over there and invaded Ukraine, Sleepy Joe bitch ass got on the podium. We're gonna what do you say? What they do? We're gonna put sanctions. And these Americans even was like, damn, nigga, like, they ain't,
That's
you ain't
it.
doing nothing.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Putin mentioned he was father of all bombs.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. FOAB.
Hey, the Most High got the spirit on Putin, man.
Yeah.
Putin moved different, bro.
Well, Vladimir means ruler.
Yeah, Putin moved. And guess what? He knows how to fight.
Yep.
You think Sleepy Joe know how to fight?
This
That nigga can
came
barely
and-
walk.
He came and fight to stay awake.
Right.
Yeah, he be falling asleep.
He be falling asleep and shit.
That nigga's he's a low-level cyborg.
All that's symbolic, man.
Yeah.
That's all symbolic.
Yep.
Go ahead.
The earth is utterly broken down.
Esau want Trump back.
Yeah.
The earth is clean dissolved.
Hey, but look at what this truth has done, man. You know, look at what you would got if you stayed in the world. Okay.
Right.
This is what you would have got: an embarrassment. All right.
You would have been on Facebook hashtagging Ukraine.
Right.
If you were still in the world. Pray for you, you know?
Right.
Niggas be saying that shit and can't locate Ukraine on the map if you
Yeah.
gave them a map.
The niggas stealing Wi-Fi, talking about pray for Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
got my vaccination. I got my COVID
Right.
vaccine.
Right.
You know, we got the joint going around the joint.
Terrible, man.
And you know, it's spiritual too because America's so isolated from the rest of the world. It's perfect setup for destruction. America's isolated from the rest of the world because the main world is what? Europe, Asia,
yeah. That's a big
Africa.
landmass, yeah.
But this shit is way over here. That's why I said the end of the world.
Well, that's why
You
it
know?
says they shall hate the whore and
Burn her.
Yeah,
Yep.
she gonna get jumped.
Yep.
The only person that could really get kind of hit is like a little bit of Mexico and a little bit
Canada,
of Canada.
Yep.
Because South America gonna be straight.
Yep. Well, Russia's north of America. That's why I said the North Country.
Yeah.
You know?
And Canada only has like 50 million people.
Yeah,
there.
they don't got a lot of
Yeah.
They
people.
don't got nobody there. America got over 300 million people.
Yeah.
Canada only
And
got
most-
50 million people.
And most of those Canadian citizens live near the U.S. border.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one lady told me, she said, I didn't know Canada was that wicked. That's what she told me. She was like, they wicked over in Canada. I was like, they wicked every fucking where to
Hell
be,
yeah.
but
It's like a mini America, man.
right, go ahead.
There's a lot of dick in Canada.
They say the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly.
And what's gonna cause that? The ICBM missiles.
Yep.
The arrows, right. Go ahead.
The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
Hey, that's spiritual because the nations were drunk off the wine of Babylon.
Yeah.
So the Lord gonna get them drunk off the destruction from these nations.
Yep.
How beautiful is that, man?
Yep.
You know, since you like to drink, ain't today a national drink day?
Yeah.
You gonna drink that cup, man.
Hey, today Esau gonna be on Labatt Blues and Bud Light all
right,
day.
right.
All day, man. In Tennessee whiskey.
Yep.
Go ahead.
They say the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
And that's talking about the rulership. Because the earth abideth forever. So when it says it's gonna fall and not rise again, that's talking about the rulership. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Esau literally governs the whole earth right now.
Yeah.
He was placed in that seat.
Yep.
But when he falls, he's not gonna rise again, as it says. It ain't gonna be no 500 years later the Edomites come back into power.
Renaissance.
He's through forever,
He
man.
ain't gonna rise out the ashes.
The Lord told him to rejoice and be glad, and then after that it says he will no more away carry thee into captivity. So this is it. That's why we excited.
Yep.
That's why we in the spirit.
Yep.
Right.
That's why we don't give a shit how you look at us.
Yep.
Cause this is it for you, man.
Yep.
You know.
And this shall come to pass that in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, the kings of the earth upon the earth, they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit.
And that's talking about the elites, because they're really the ones that's on high right now. But we don't fear the elites because they're really low level
Yep.
peons.
Yep.
In the spirit, they're just Edomites.
Yeah.
They just Edomites with substance.
They drink blood.
Edomites with money.
Edomites with you know, that's all they is, man.
Niggas stand in a circle with shapes, thinking they got power.
And yeah.
You know? Real shit though.
With masks and
Yeah.
helmets and shit on.
Yep.
Hey, well, we drank blood last night, the bloody hour shy.
Yep. That's right.
So who's got the more power, you know?
Yeah. Who's got the? Yeah. Go ahead.
And shall be shut up in prison, and after many days they shall be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed.
Yeah, because moon represents wisdom, you know? So is there no more wisdom in Teman? You know? A lot of these Khazars, a lot of them elites, you know, there's, you know, so-called 1948ers. So a lot of them, there's not going to be no council. There's going to be no think tank. There's going to be nothing that they could do. That's why it tells you in Revelations, when the son of the Lamb comes, it says, let the mountains fall on us. Because there's not going to be no other situation they could do. What you gonna try to, you know, hit Yahushai with a jab?
And we read earlier where it says, I believe we read it. It says, stand now with thine enchantments. Meaning
yep.
what? Stand on your wickedness, nigga.
Yep.
You trusted in it all this time.
Yep.
So now when Yahushai come, you got to stand on that. You know, you got to. Hey, that's your foundation. Your foundation is wickedness.
Yep.
Got a quick one.
Yep.
This is the book of Psalm 75, starting at verse 7. It says, but the Most High is the judge. He put it down.
Start forward.
Start for it? Got you. Psalm
Get all that
75,
meat. Get all that meat
in
off the
verse
bone.
4. I said unto the fools, do it not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with the stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He put it down one.
Hey, well, that's heavy. That's what these Americans don't get. The ultimate judge is Yahweh Bashim Shai.
Right.
But you're afraid of some district judge in Niagara or Rochester or Buffalo. Hey, we serving the real judge. You know, you're worried about a temporal man.
Fuck the Jews.
There you go.
That's right.
And
Take it back.
Hey, but people hate them, bro. People actually hate them,
hey,
man.
but when he said that, we didn't think he was talking about us.
Nah.
Nah.
That's why we ain't saying
The world don't look at us as Jews.
Nah.
We know who he talking about,
Yeah.
but we talk about the 1948ers and 49ers. Okay?
But you mentioned, you know, how Yahweh is the real judge,
Yeah.
and how, you know, we shouldn't be afraid of these different.
What man can do to us?
Yeah. So and brothers have gotten locked. This brother, I remember one time he got locked up for the word, and other brothers around, I'm pretty sure they could tell their testimony. The Most High get you right out of that,
Yep.
right out of that situation, man.
Yep. Well, Yahweh
Peter.
Yep.
Look at Peter.
Look at Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai.
He told Pilate, man, the only power you got is from my Father.
Right.
Chill out.
And this is the beautiful thing about the understanding. If you get locked up, the Most High locked you up
Yeah.
to test you, man. See what you gonna do.
You gonna call on me?
Yeah.
That
you gonna do?
That's like a blessed thing, though. To suffer
And you-
persecution.
I was gonna say that suffer persecution for righteousness' sake. You know.
Back in Psalm 75 and verse 8, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poured out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth, shall wring them out and drink, declare forever. I will sing praises to the power of Jacob, or the
Oh, it said power of God.
Yep, you said God.
Read it verbatim.
Yep.
Bukasha.
Psalm 75 verse 9. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of
The
Jacob.
God of Jacob. See that? That's what that. Hey, America teaches you otherwise. The God of the Bible is the God of Israelites.
Right.
You see?
They teach that it's the God of the world. Like, but
Like,
when you read
We're all his children.
Right.
That's their shit right there.
Right.
Joel 2:27 real quick.
We're all his children. He loves all of us.
Yeah.
But then when you bring up that track record,
Oh, that was different.
he don't want to talk about that. You know?
See, that's what we're embracing. We're embracing our God
Yeah.
and our Savior. We have a God.
Let them bring this out real quick. Go ahead.
This is Joel 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, your power, and none else.
Ooh, none else.
And none else.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
Are your brothers ashamed to be out here?
Hell no.
There you go, man.
Hey, me speaking for myself, and y'all brothers feel this way too, I'm sure. I embrace this, man.
Yep.
It charges me up
Yep.
because I know I'm doing a righteous thing. You know? When I see people walking by, you know, and get that spirit on you,
They
man.
have no power.
Look at them, you know, give them that look like, you got that?
Right.
Because they look at you like, oh, you're not,
Right.
and we look at you like, you got that?
Right.
You know?
You're not cattle.
Yeah.
So, do his thing.
You're not inoculated.
Word. Just to find out later on down the line, is over 1,200 adverse effects, adverse side
counting.
effects, and counting.
Then they said we ain't gonna release the information for 75 years.
Well, one day, you people gonna be
Sounds like
subscribing to an infomercial. Did you take the
Yeah.
back in,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, you could be subject to death.
Yeah. That's gonna be
You
the
know?
biggest lawsuit
Hey,
in American history.
you don't know
Somebody
if you can pass
smiling,
that
running
shit
with a
along
dog
to
on a
your
commercial.
kids.
Hey, well, a brother was telling me, an elder was telling me that them chicks that got it, they through sex,
Yep.
you could transport
Yep.
that shit, man, if they
Hey,
got
well,
that shit.
that's why the Lord ain't been giving us women like
Yeah.
that. You know?
Elder told me that, man.
In the spirit, I realize that, you know, and ultimately the Lord is making us more holy. But you brothers out there, you ain't, getting to play like you used to. That's the Lord protecting you. You know, the Lord's protecting you, man, because these women are vile in more ways than one.
It's freaky out here,
Yeah,
man. It's dark as hell out here.
You had a dude say that he said his woman got it, and he went to lay with her, and he got a reaction in his thighs.
Wow.
See,
Wow.
so these women are contaminated, man. You know,
Biohazards.
yep. A cesspool.
Go ahead, bro.
Back in Psalm 75 and verse 10, it says, all the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
Yeah,
Right.
the horns of wickedness. The horn represents power. So the power of wickedness is going to be cut off.
Yep.
Beautiful, man. This shit is vexing, you know? Seeing wickedness and rulership. But we have peace now because we understand it through the Spirit.
Shalom.
Wisdom and knowledge, you know, and understanding is giving us stability. You know? We about to, when all hell breaks loose, you're gonna be laughing at these people, man. You're gonna be laughing at these people, you know?
You got a quick one?
We go rejoice and they go mourn.
This, the book of Sirach, chapter 10, I'll start at verse 7. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High man, and by both do one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yep.
Why is earth and nations proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Hey, well, that proves these people aren't in the spirit of righteous judgment because we're standing on stolen land, you know? To this day, you're still talking about what was done to the Native Americans, what was done to who you call black, who you call Hispanic, and nobody's tripping.
Nope.
Nobody's upset.
Well, I'll say it again. They saying pray for Ukraine.
Yep,
People they don't even know.
yep,
You know.
yep.
And it goes on to say, for such and one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. Verse 10, the physician, which I was shy, cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. You know, that also that's going about how it shall cut him off, you know, the wicked Esau. Because soon, you know, right now, we're living in the end times of Esau's era.
That's
you
right.
know?
And we're getting ready to receive salvation, man.
And,
That's what we're getting ready to do, receive salvation.
And the word era is an acronym. It stands for Edomite Removal Act.
Damn right.
Hey.
And that's what's getting ready to happen. Edomites are about to be removed out of rulership.
Well, the Lord told us 3 times in the book of Obadiah that they were going to be exterminated. 3 times. And it was a reason for the violence against thy brother Jacob.
Yep.
Shame shall cover thee,
Yep.
and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Yep.
And then the Lord said, what? How's it go? Give me Obadiah real quick. Extermination. Extermination.
You got it.
And the raid is the nukes.
Yep. Yeah, Esau's an annoying bedbug.
Yeah.
This is the book of Saint Obadiah in verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness.
That's a cut.
Right.
How can you embrace Christianity when it says deliverance from Mount Zion?
That's it. And it's going to mention some other nations. Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
And scriptures tell us in Isaiah that our gates are going to be open continually.
Yep.
That they may bring in the forces of the Gentiles.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Go ahead.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Not one. You hear that, GOCC? There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. Go ahead.
And it goes on to say, for the Lord has spoken it.
So that's a word from the Most High. The Most High said that through the prophet Obadiah. All right? Yeah, all right.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falling from a vine, and as a falling fig from a fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse to judgment.
And the Idumeans are Edomites. All right? And they getting ready to be judged heavily. Heavily.
It say, and the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and the blood of lambs and goats, and the fat of kidneys of rams, for For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra,
That's America.
and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
A great slaughter. A great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversies of Zion.
For the controversies of Zion. So with that, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth once again. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. We're still in the Sabbath, all right? So sundown, the Sabbath is over, all right? And also we in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, all right? So you brothers and sisters stay up, all right, through the Spirit. And Lord willing, we'll see you brothers next week. Shalom.
Shalom.